clapping. We're clapping.
We're clapping.
Happy Friday. Welcome. How's it going?
Hey, good.
How's
How
it
are
going?
you? Good. Hey.
How are you?
Hey. Ow.
Are we doing this now?
We're doing this now.
Elbow bumps?
We're sitting this close, but we're doing elbow bumps.
There you go.
Tonight, Jack's back. Jack's back.
Back with a vengeance, baby. He's here to get you.
Go get
Seriously,
ya.
I
Go
feel like you
get
do
ya.
have to say baby after saying that name, that
Jack's,
title.
I want the title to have an
Jack's
exclamation
back,
point.
baby.
Jack's back. Did you guys ever watch Will and Grace back in the day? Just Jack. That's
Just Jack.
exactly what I
Jack.
thought of. Yeah. It's my childhood, Will and Grace.
With little Leslie.
Oh God, Leslie Jordan is Leslie Jordan and Lizzo are the only reasons to be on the internet, as far as I'm concerned.
that it? All
They
right.
keep the internet wholesome and going. Thank God for Leslie.
Thank God for them.
Thank
Yes.
God for Leslie and model trains.
Hey, it's Friday, everyone.
It's Friday.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us on another episode of The Cult Show.
The Cult Show. Hey, by the way, there's some 3D printed fingers on Amazon that Neil and I really want, and we can't afford them. So if you could buy some things in our merch shop, so we can have 3D printed fingers, that'd be great. And we'll just go clacky clacky and fight with them and drum our hands on things.
Yeah,
and,
we will use them.
yeah.
We will use them
We
a
will
lot.
use them a lot,
I know,
and we'll
right?
thank you every
But
time.
Sandra, you have grown so much because previously you would have just said, "Can I have that?"
Well, I can't just ask. Trust me, I can't just ask Jeff Bezos. Can I have that? Jeff does not just give out things. So I've turned to telethoning to try to get what I need.
He gave his wife away.
But
He did give
So-
his wife away.
that's true.
Good for her.
So where would someone buy something from our shop?
Where would they go?
So they would go, it's actually funny you bring this up because I have a thing to talk about. That's okay. You go to thecultshow.com/store. And there you will find wonderful shirts such as the ones that adorn your lovely co-host tonight. The Cult Show.
Look at you two.
We're matchy.
You guys left me out
got-
again. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, Caleb.
Sorry.
I thought I sent you the memo, Caleb.
Sorry.
Don't hate me.
Yeah, you can match us. And that's what you want. And we also have pillows and we have mugs and
So go on there.
stuff.
And we are now accepting Afterpay. So when you go and look at our very expensively priced merchandise, you can make 4 installment payments now. Don't worry about it.
don't worry about how expensive it is. Just goddamn buy it.
This is how America works, people.
We're practically giving it away.
giving it away. Yeah, so that's
the
what we
merch.
know. Before we discuss Jack's back, we should discuss
Food, drinks.
beverages.
Beverages.
Food and drink.
Food and drink.
I am drinking Damrick, which is a virgin alcohol. It's a clear alcohol that you can use in mocktails, and it mixes well with a lot of things. And then I'm also having Bravado Spice & Co. pineapple and jalapeno margarita mix in there with it. So it's got a little kick, and I have a Liquid Death as well.
Very spicy. And then Caleb, producer Scott, and I are going to cheers to a drink, an alcohol from Iceland. Who has the bottle? Anyone?
No one
Know where it went?
threw it out the
I
window.
thought you did.
I gave it to you, and someone parsed it out to us.
Someone threw it out into traffic. I saw 'em.
So we planned this really well because we don't know what this is now.
You know what?
But
Just use your imagination.
This is the national alcohol of Iceland. I was told that.
Jesus.
Okay, this is Brennivin.
Brennivin from Sedan.
Sedan.
1935, the original Icelandic spirit.
So it's really old.
This is the original bottle, plastic, in the original spirit.
So we have no idea what it tastes like, but it
No,
is from
we don't.
Iceland. So we're going to give it a
doing-
shot.
we're
Literally
doing-
going to give it a shot.
Give it a shot. It's a blind taste, though, right?
It is a
If you
blind
remember.
taste, just like the watch we
Yeah,
had.
exactly.
All right.
Blind taste, blind watch.
Cheers.
Cheers,
friends.
Happy Friday.
I spelt on myself.
I can't let that catch get away. That was a great catch.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that was actually a really good catch because I was nervous that empty plastic
She
bottle.
just saw. Oh,
It was like in slow motion.
Slow motion coming at you.
That sounded like Oklahoma.
Saved your life, Sandra.
Oh, slow motion.
Oh, the slow motion. So this drink is actually pretty good.
It's not.
This is pretty good, this mix.
Here, you want my last little drop? Take that drop. Just taste it.
Good to the last ship.
No. You don't taste it.
Yeah, you gotta
It's very
taste it.
mild. No, you're good. Just do it.
Tastes like burning.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
It's kind of licoricey, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
got like
hate it.
an aftertaste that sort of kicks in.
Yeah. A little bit licoricey, but like nowhere near as harsh as like a vodka shot or something would be. So I can see sitting on a fjord drinking this. So
On
very
a
good.
land of ice.
on the land of ice, which is very green apparently, though, as they say. Who is with us? Who is joining us?
In studio, well, of course, we have producer Scott. Can't do this without you.
What's up?
Thank you.
Scott.
We have
Scott.
the Reverend Michael B. We have Haley the Baker.
Haley the baker who's maimed
Yeah.
in a terrible baking accident.
Yes. There you go. I like it. A cake gone bad.
Yeah,
Sure.
when cakes attack.
Yes.
Good people.
That carrot cake just was mad as hell and not going to take it
Wielding
anymore.
a sharpened
happens, it
carrot.
happens.
Stabbed Haley the baker.
It's like, you've been bringing too many of those for birthdays.
It's my people, it's my family. Yeah,
No more carrot cake for you. The cake French. I don't know why.
of course.
And in chat, of course, we always have to thank our pod people listening in the future. Appreciate it.
Thank you, potties.
We have, I guess it's back to Spooky Boo Roads. So
Oh.
we have Mindy, horror movie addict, Miss
Mindy.
movie buff Laura,
Hi, friends.
Laura.
Mark Vision's Truth,
Mark.
and Gory Bits,
Gory.
who is moving today.
Gory
apparently.
Bits,
Gory's
we're
moving?
So
Wow.
Are you moving closer to us?
I
Gory?
hope that goes well for you because I hate moving. It sucks.
I hate moving more than pretty much anything. I'd rather deal with a death of a loved one than move.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not going to go that
And
far.
I'm going to say
but
anyone in this room would be fine. As opposed to moving.
Super dang. Okay.
You know,
So
So-
watch out for the cakes and watch out for Sandra.
Gory Bits, by the way, on his channel, everyone, he passed 150,000 subscribers on his
That's so
YouTube
many
channel.
subs.
Awesome.
Give it up for
Way to
Gory.
go.
so many subs, Gory.
Go check out. Yeah, can you share some of those subs, Gory?
Yeah,
How does that
have
work?
it. Have a few.
Here. Don't your subscribers like fun?
I think that was an insult.
Well, they have fun over there. They can have fun over here. Can you open this for me?
Yeah, I would love to. Just don't kill me.
Don't put the option in front of me to move or have to lose somebody. It's simple. It's simple math. Should we talk about what we watched?
Yeah, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. So what have you done?
And it feels like a long one.
It does feel like a long 2 weeks.
So, this is very exciting news for me. I know everybody's sick of hearing it, but I don't care. Shudder, our beautiful friends at Shudder, dropped a whole bunch of French extremity horror movies, and I could not be more thankful. They also brought out a whole bunch of movies this week that look really good. But so for the French extremity, that's one of my favorite subgenres, and I've seen almost everything that they have on there. There's a couple that I really wanted to see that I hadn't yet, which is Trouble Every Day and Frontiers. And I finally watched Frontiers. Chef's kiss.
You liked it? You loved
Oh,
it?
I loved it so much. It made me, I was overjoyed. I was overjoyed. So, and plus there's some other old favorites on there. Gotta go watch them.
Kill List is on
great.
there.
Kill List is on there. I've
you
got to
ever-
watch that. And that's
watch
considered
it?
folk horror.
I know, that's why I bring it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. And I have a bone to pick. You guys want to hear the worst news ever?
Yes.
Archive 81 is not getting a second season.
I saw that today.
Wow.
Officially announced today.
Yeah.
Blasphemy. Where is the petition? Where is the demanding it back? Where do I sign? I'm sure it's out there. We need to find it. We must save Archive 81. I'm not saying I want 6 seasons. I'm not saying I want 3 seasons, but I would like 2 seasons just to wrap up this. And it's great acting. And
Yeah.
it's just so good. And it makes me so sad. It makes me so
But what is
sad.
Netflix's reason? Do they say?
They said financially wasn't sound or something. And I'm like, really?
Because they can give
Yeah, really?
like The Rock and Ryan Reynolds like $200 million
Yeah.
for a movie, but
Right. for so films.
For
like,
movies
But
that
for cool,
kinda
like
suck, in my opinion, but-
speculative sci-fi, dipping a toe in horror, really good programming, we just don't have it in the budge. Just don't have it
Yeah.
in the budge.
That's why Netflix is not one of my favorites. I'll be honest with you guys.
Yeah, and they just raised their prices too.
I know,
And
right?
It's still not in the budge.
So don't watch Netflix, just watch us, is what we're saying.
There you go.
Abandon the Netflix.
Yeah.
That's all I want to talk about, because I'm just too upset.
I think if that turd of a pilot for Halo gets approved for a second season already, and Archive 81 doesn't, there is something deeply wrong.
Producer
in
Scott
this
is a
world.
huge Halo fan, and if you could not tell, the show did not meet Producer Scott's expectations.
Unless he likes turds.
He doesn't, as far as I know.
Okay, let's check it. You never know.
Yeah.
Caleb, did you watch anything fun?
I did.
I did.
Okay, so I finished We're All Dead, the
yeah.
Korean zombie film. I enjoyed it. I mean, there were some, it's got some problems, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. I watched all 12 episodes. They're all about an hour long. So if I can make my way through it, you can make your way through it.
Okay.
Let's see, I finally watched, I'm wearing my Wild Stallions t-shirt, so I watched Bill and Ted's Face the Music, finally.
You did it.
I did it, and I would just say, if you like Bill and Ted, you will like the movie. If you
good.
don't like Bill and Ted, don't watch it.
Right, like don't expect them to reinvent the wheel here.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's,
okay.
you're in for the same thing. So.
Right.
Fair.
But then most importantly, last night, I watched Fresh on
Oh, yes.
Hulu.
Oh, say nothing.
And I'm not going to spoil anything.
Okay.
But I am going to say I loved it.
Okay,
I
good.
thought it was great.
It's on my list this weekend to watch Fresh and Master or The Master or
Master on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's going to be our next spooky summer party movie.
Okay.
And Em and I are also going to talk about Fresh.
Okay.
Without Kelly.
Yeah, because it's not
Yeah.
Kelly safe.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm so excited, and I've heard just great things about
No,
both movies, so.
it's like one of those movies where I was like, like doing like the laugh and clap at certain points and like, doing like,
Doing the Howard Dean.
yeah, just like that.
I haven't mentioned the Howard
not
Dean
the,
yell.
not
in like
the,
2
not
minutes.
the Sebastian from Neverending Story.
I
but-
haven't mentioned. I love the Howard Dean yell, but I haven't brought it up here in like a couple of months.
been a
We
few
should all be
months.
really proud of me, because I still look it up on the internet because
No,
it's
that's,
fucking hilarious.
that is totally okay.
Yeah.
But
Poor Howard.
don't sleep on this. Don't let it get spoiled for you.
Okay.
If you have Hulu, go watch it.
Act now.
I'm watching this weekend as well. In fact,
Okay.
I talked to my wife because she started to watch it and said, and then I stopped. And I'm like,
Okay.
you know what? I'm going to watch it. We're going to sit down and watch it together, and I will hold your hand to get you through
Because she
it.
was probably just watching for Sebastian
Yeah,
Stan.
exactly.
Because that doesn't seem like a Jennifer movie
Right.
either.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to do it too. I'm going to get through it.
All right. Okay. We'll report back.
If you'd like company, I'll come watch it with you. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna stand outside your window and
let
watch
her
it
know that.
from outside.
Well, maybe we'll have Caleb
Probably not, but I would like to.
This is
I've
gonna
got
be me
kids.
and
You are without child?
No, I am.
Without
I,
child.
I am with child this weekend.
Okay.
so.
This is gonna be me outside your door, just not watching it with you, but just right there.
Well,
It's
if,
all
if you're there, you should just go on.
No,
in
I
and
think
watch
I'm
it
just
with
gonna be
me.
like a specter that haunts your front
You have to
porch.
get past the skeletons first. See if you can get that far. Get it.
High steps. High steps.
Okay, is that that's it? Okay.
I am done.
We've all now watched the new Texas Chainsaw, correct?
Yeah, we did an episode on Spooky Summer Party about
yes,
it.
Yes. So, real quick, can we?
Should we just say a few words?
Are you allowed to say anything about it or no? Because it's too new.
No, we can say something. I
So-
think we're okay.
Spoil anything, but yeah.
Oh,
you
then
can,
what do I want to say? Okay, can I say that in my humble opinion of as a horror fan, I was disappointed in aspects that I felt it played down a bit to people that enjoy the genre of horror. I did not like the fact that there was many opportunities to make the movie end, and it did not happen. And I was like screaming at the television, like why are you doing that kind of thing, I
not good.
felt played down to. Maybe they did that because
They wanted a wider
had
audience.
you never
maybe?
seen something like that in a horror film before?
no.
Because I've seen it many
Exactly.
many times.
But that's why I was hoping when you rehash something like this that you're not going to do that. So I was disappointed because of that.
It's an interesting take. I mean, I think we were all a little disappointed by something. No, I won't go on. I mean, we have a whole episode where I talk about it, but basically,
I stand by my review. It was fine.
Yeah, I had a good time, but I mean,
I like the two girls. I like the sisters.
They were great.
They were really good.
They were great.
And I especially like
really
the main girl, the lead, the survivor, I'll say.
Yeah, she was awesome. I don't know. There's just like she had a lot of charisma. And I
Yeah,
really
no,
liked her.
but they're both great.
Yeah.
But I just,
Yeah.
I'm like, shoot, just shoot. That's all you have to do is shoot. Just shoot.
Shoot the
Just
leather
shoot.
face.
Just
Maybe
shoot.
she doesn't know how to shoot.
Yeah, just shoot. Pull the trigger. Anyway,
Point, pull.
I watched The Northman.
How did you see it already?
The Northman. There was a screening. I told you about it, and you're like, I can't go. I have to work all the time.
Well, that's true.
I covered my tracks this time, producer Scott.
You did. You definitely did.
I don't say too much.
No, I can't. I'm not allowed to. I'm not supposed to say anything. So
You're
I
just allowed to say you saw
I
it.
watched it, and what I will say, Alexander Skarsgård, right?
Yeah.
He is the Northman.
Sexy motherfucking man.
That's right.
He is amazing.
He's a
amazing.
beefcake.
And he's such a good actor too. Yeah.
But he is.
It's got a whole bunch of friends in that movie.
He does.
Yeah.
But it's where I'm watching the movie, right? And then all of a sudden it occurs to me, he was in the show
True Blood.
True Blood.
Yes.
And his name in the show was Eric Northman.
Yeah.
And then he plays the Northman.
Yeah. Full circle moment.
Yeah, I was like sitting there going like in the middle of the movie, like,
Damn.
oh,
Are
What
you
took
your
you so long?
Are you your vampire?
yeah.
Are you your own vampire?
Are you? I'm like, is that? Are you? Yeah. And then I'm like, dots connected. Ding. I mean, someone behind me is like, dude, can you turn the light bulb off, please? We're trying to watch a movie. So
I'm picturing it more like on an iPhone where there's the three little dots where you wait for someone to
Right.
respond.
but over my head. Dot,
Yeah.
dot, dot, dot. Anyway, all I can say is it's Robert Eggers, so you're gonna love it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, our
It's
Lord
Robert
and Savior,
Eggers.
Robert Eggers.
Yeah,
Right.
it's great. It's Robert Eggers.
Yeah.
I watched The Green Knight finally. The Green Knight, yes.
We have a spooky
Neil,
summer party about that too.
Twinsy. What the fuck? I'm kidding.
I was like, haven't you seen it?
No.
No.
I can't watch any A24s without.
That's kind of the rule is we're supposed to run A24s by each other.
But you've already watched
No,
it.
I am just kidding.
Well, yeah, but that was before the rule was invented.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think it was.
Oh yeah, dude, it was hella long ago.
I
Hella
don't-
days ago. Anyway, what'd you think?
It was very good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yes, I was.
It's brilliant.
Very good film. Very well made.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I would definitely recommend you go out there and check out The Green Knight by A24. It was only 99 cents to rent last week. So
Shit, it was 99 cents. It's another example of I actually liked it better than the source material. And I do like the poem translated that I've read of The
Okay.
Green Knight, but I liked the movie more.
wow. Okay,
Producer Scott has the giggles.
that's good. He means he's in a happy mood.
He's got the wiggles
Do
and
you
the
know why he
giggles.
has the Google? The Googles. You know why he's got the Googles?
Why's he got the giggles?
And because he touched something he shouldn't have touched. So he's got the. Nah, I don't know.
What
The
the
giggles.
fuck?
He's got the giggles because it is spring, and he is now happy.
He is happy.
To my detriment, Scott is a happy man, and that's okay.
It's like one or the other.
It is. So it's better.
One must die so the other can live.
It's better producer Scott be happy because then
Oh, you're such a giver.
I am. I bequeath upon you, Scott.
I know.
Sunshine.
You're like
like,
the
yeah.
seasonal Jesus.
No, it's like two men enter, one man leaves.
Anyway, did you guys hear though that Marco Rubio wants to get rid of the whole setting the clocks back? He wants
Don't
to.
a lot of people want to get rid
Yeah,
of it?
a lot of
Well,
people.
but Marco Rubio introduced an actual,
Thing?
legislation like,
Yeah.
hey, let's get rid of, let's make daylight savings time.
Are you sure he just didn't want to get
365.
rid of all clocks? He's like, I hate clocks.
I
meh."
don't know.
And then
didn't,
Flava Flav was like, we can't get rid of the clocks.
Homie.
I don't care about. I just want one way or the other. Either we're doing the goddamn daylight savings or we're not. I just think
But
we just
why-
need to pull the trigger.
Why do they want to take this away from me is what I want to know. What did Marco Rubio, what did I ever do to Marco Rubio?
Plenty.
I mean,
Plenty.
I don't know that I have.
You're existing, and therefore you must be punished.
It's, it's another Florida man. Here we go again. A Florida man wants to
trying
get
to
rid
take
of.
trying to take my thing.
I like it when it gets dark earlier, and I understand
Oh,
other
producer
people.
Scott's putting the headphones
I know
on.
other folks don't, but
Yeah.
one thing, why can't we exist together?
No, can't be.
Why do you have to tell me, Marco Rubio, that I can't have my early evenings?
Time is also a made-up concept, so producer Scott is like, no.
He's like, I don't want to hear this anymore.
It's like, I'm gonna cut
That's
it.
true. Why don't you just stop setting your clocks back or forward?
Yeah,
or
and you can just be
whichever
like,
it is, and
oh my God, you're like a flat earther
You know,
or a
you
free
can just call
breather,
it
but
mealtime.
like meal time,
I'm going to be a
Neil Standard Time.
standard time
we could be like,
believer.
what time is it? Neil
Neil,
time.
Neil Standard Time.
Just like that.
What else?
That'd be kind of funny, actually. Just showing up an hour late to things when the clock
Everything, yeah.
turns.
It is
doesn't
my
turn.
right.
Like, no, it's
It's standard time. I'm an hour late. Okay, I'm on time. You guys are an hour early.
Of course, you would have to stop using like all Apple products, and
Yeah.
because they just do it for
Yeah,
you now.
this
but-
is America, God damn it!
Why is everyone always an hour early everywhere I go? What's going on around here? Except for Mountain
Thursday.
Time. No, Mountain Time is also.
no, that's a different.
What's Arizona? Arizona.
Time zone.
No, but Arizona. is on
Arizona
a-
does not.
They don't do it.
They don't do it.
Yeah. So when you set the clocks back, Arizona and Bullhead City, there's a little area there that doesn't do it. Anyway.
They do what the fuck they want.
They do it. That is true. Oh my God. Okay, I think we've gone on long enough.
Should we talk about Jack?
No, we have a new subscriber alert.
Where is it? Timothy Milliken.
Yeah,
Timothy Milliken.
Timothy.
Thank you, Timothy.
Timothy. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Timothy.
Welcome.
That's the name
Thank
of
you,
Mrs.
Timothy.
Frisbee's sixth mouse kid in
Mrs. You're right, Timothy.
Yeah.
Very
Secret
good.
of Nim.
That's Caleb's got the skills right there.
He like remembers everything about Secret of Nim that there is to like remember.
Yeah, and absolutely nothing about anything
No,
else.
exactly. It's all just filled with Nim. Just Nim as far as the eye can see.
Nim.
Shall we?
Hit it, Scott.
All right. Welcome to Jack's Back. Jack's Back was a blind watch for all of us. This is the first time any of us had seen hide nor hair of Jack. This film was directed and written by Rowdy Harrington.
Gotta love that name.
Yep.
Roddy Harrington. Basically, what you need to know, it's about a serial killer in Los Angeles. This is 1988. He's celebrating Jack the Ripper's 100th birthday by replicating his murders. Our main cast of characters are med students and a shoe salesman med student twin brother and some cops. And where to begin?
We did not discuss with each other at all about this film, so we have no idea
No.
how
Nope.
each other feel about it.
Nope.
What? Okay, right off the bat, that Eddie Vedder-like cover. Where can I run when the red harvest comes? That song was a lot.
Luckily, it's only in the beginning and the end.
Oh my God! Thank God it's only at the beginning and the end. It is awful. It's awful, awful, awful. Somebody else go first. First impression.
Well, I
first
will
thoughts.
address that.
Could you address
Originally,
that, please?
the movie was supposed to be called Red Rain, and
Red Rain?
they were supposed to use Peter Gabriel's song Red Rain. However, this was a
Red
very
Rain.
small budgeted movie, and they could not afford the rights to said song. So they had, I think it was a friend write Red Harvest. Was
Red
that what it
Harvest,
was?
yep.
Something Harvest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither one has anything to do with
I don't think
what's happening in the movie whatsoever.
I don't think
but-
Red Rain would have been a good title for this film. There's not enough red.
No, yeah.
Yeah, there's like barely any red.
Yeah. Okay. So first, what were your impressions, Caleb?
So I'd never even heard of this movie, let alone never seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just never even heard of it. I did not know it existed until a couple weeks ago. Going in, my expectations were very, 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 very low,
Okay.
and so therefore I thought the movie was charming.
Frank.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Yeah, it's got a lot of problems, but I liked it.
Okay.
Bully on you.
You want to go next or me next?
I'll go. We'll save your fun for next. No. I think I pretty much agree with Caleb.
Yeah.
This movie is by no means perfect.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of issues and things, but overall, I think it started out actually stronger than I expected it to. I don't know that I cared for the ending necessarily, but overall, I liked watching it.
Yeah.
I liked watching it.
Yeah, let's say I wouldn't recommend this movie to people, but like it was good. Like we're all just kind of very like, I feel like we're all just like sitting here with our hands folded, being like, this was a very pleasant movie. The end. I feel like it was so close to like pushing it over the edge to like do some really cool stuff. Mm-hmm. I just felt a little short. So we'll talk about that as we go through.
Okay.
Kind of like
Yeah.
where it kind of fell back. It
Yeah.
just kind of fell back.
Yeah.
Like daylight savings time. It fell back an hour. So yeah, the theme song, hideous.
So can I say this film is absolutely 100% snapshot of 1988, 87.
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah, LA film scene. I mean, but not like the top high budget scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like when they were making, whatever HBO movies or whatever was coming out. I mean,
Right.
because this is like, just the style of it and the grit and the music, the
Right.
whole thing. I mean,
Oh,
it is.
There's some sax in there too.
It's
let me
little
tell you.
bit.
But that's
Yeah.
almost what it feels like. Is like this was made by Cinemax or HBO or
Yeah.
the not a theatrical
Right.
movie.
And I think it might have been better received had it been made for like TV back then.
It had a budget of $1 million,
Right.
which is like nothing.
That,
you
yeah,
know?
that is like nothing.
I mean,
So again, like when your expectations are way down here,
Yeah.
and you've exhausted all the other horror/thriller films,
Yeah.
give it a shot.
Sure.
so the movie starts with a young lady running from someone or something down an alley,
Yeah.
and then she decides to take refuge and hide behind a fence. However, the fence is very widely slatted. Like there are many gaps between
Yeah.
the slats and the fence.
It's not really like ideal hiding.
Yeah, like I was thinking like, you're not really doing a good job hiding from whoever's chasing you.
So,
'cause
so
they
you
can-
had a problem with that. All right.
No,
here-
not a problem. I'm just saying, but that from the beginning sets the tone for me. And then,
Yeah.
then the camera moves in from behind her, and she does the turn. Credit scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what I'm in for now.
Right.
That's fair. That's a very fair
No,
assessment.
okay, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Again, when your expectations are way down
Yeah.
here.
Right.
My problem was, why the first kill have to be a black person? Why
I
have
know,
to be
I
a black
know.
lady?
I
Like, couldn't
know.
we have gotten past that? Even in 88.
No, apparently.
fuck?
They were apparently no. They were like, it must be. Oh God. No, it's didn't miss you. It didn't miss you. I said, this is the 80s, man. The Ripper's gone Hollywood. It is a weird title that Jack's back.
It's
Because
really
it makes it,
weird.
it sounds like
is.
it's going to be like a horror comedy or maybe like a dark comedy. And it's not a comedy. It's a mystery horror thriller, if you will.
Yeah.
And so
Yep.
it's like you think Jack's back because I mean it rhymes. That it's going to be. It's not. I don't know. Weird title. It's a little bit of a weird
And
title.
the studio changed it because it was
Red Rain
Hearted
or whatever.
Red
yeah.
Rain or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, let's call it Jack's Back.
Yeah. I mean, Red Rain would have been a better title. It wouldn't have made any sense.
Right.
But
Yeah.
at least you're not kind of like snickering when you say it. Like, you're going to go watch Jack's back.
I do feel like this film was a good vehicle for Spader. I
Okay.
feel like his unique
Yeah.
brand of charisma. He's kind of, hear me out. He's kind of a little bit Jeff Goldblum sometimes
Yep.
in his
Yep.
delivery, and I love that about both of them. So I feel like this was kind of a good fit for him. I can definitely see how he wanted to do something that was maybe felt a little grittier, maybe felt like he got to do some more character work. And I just feel kind of bad because I wish this was like a better finished product for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's quite good. A lot of the people in this movie are actually quite good.
They are, yeah.
You know who's not, though? The guy that plays Jack. He sucked. And for me, like, that really brought down a lot of the movie because you want that character to be edgy, to be scary. And I mean, all he does is like throw things and be very sweaty. And it was just a bummer because every time he was like on the screen, it should be like propelling the plot, and instead it felt just weighted down to me. So that was a bummer. That was a misstep in casting.
So the Jack character, just to explain it, is a doctor. He works at the clinic that the James Spader character works at. He decides to go give an abortion to a sex worker, and Jesus, help me out here.
And turns out
that
somebody
he's out
comes.
getting meds for her afterwards.
Why didn't he bring the meds?
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is like
It's
really,
a little bit of a flimsy moment.
Suspect.
Yeah.
But again, like there are problems with this
Yeah.
movie that just
It's so
don't
close.
make a lot of sense. But
So he goes to get the drugs, and he comes back, and then he and Spader arrive at the same time to find that the woman has been brutally murdered. And it looks like Jack killed her. And to cover his tracks, he's like, I'm not a murderer, but I am going to kill you.
right, so that you don't tell people that I
Didn't murder somebody.
didn't murder someone that I didn't murder.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. So he's...
And so there's this weird side plot now of him, of the Jack character,
yeah.
just trying to cover his tracks
Right.
by killing people.
And okay, so that's already I can see where this. I really think this lost audiences back in the day was introducing the twin subplot.
I want to say that this is what attracted James Spader to the role.
No,
Like,
I think
he
so,
probably
too.
went into this going like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna win a fucking Oscar for this.
Yeah, no, and I do think that like he does a great job of portraying these two characters. I think he's a really
Right.
fine actor. It's just kind of like, so we have this Jack the Ripper birthday plot, then Jack the med student killing people to look like he's not killing people, and then we have this twin thing, and the twins have a psychic connection. That's kind of, it's a little messy. It's a little messy.
It's yeah. So I mean, you start out thinking that the James Spader character, John, is going to be the star.
Yes, he's charming. He cares about people.
He wears a jaunty little baseball hat.
Little Cubs hat.
He goes to homeless encampments and talks about he works at a
Free
medical
Free clinic.
Yeah.
No, and he's awesome. I loved those scenes where he was sticking up for the plights of people, and I was like, you're so awesome. And he stands up to their asshole instructor boss guy.
Yeah.
Who is awful. And I just want to say it.
Who I kept referring to as Sigmund Freud.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was IMDb'ing him, and he played Sigmund
Sigmund
Freud.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's
Oh, really?
Excellent
Yeah.
Adventure.
Yes. Yeah. Full circle for
Okay.
real. I mean, the asshole is clearly the murderer. He's clearly
Yeah,
the
it
murderer.
doesn't go very hard to figure
I
out.
know.
kind of
They
from-
throw a few red herrings
try,
out there,
but-
that,
The
but-
mystery is a bit weak. I said in my notes, actually, I appreciate that they even put a mystery in it. Like, I appreciate that. But it's like, maybe it's the mean asshole teacher who passes judgments on people and is, like, horrid. No, maybe it's not him. Okay, Sydney. Sydney's his name.
So, okay, talking about the James Spader, the first character, John.
Yes.
So this film starts, and it's like oddly topical.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about homeless, talking about sex workers and underprivileged health care and
Yeah.
all kinds of things. You're like, Jesus, 25 years later, it's
So not
Still
shit
haven't
ain't
still
figured
an
it out.
changed.
issue.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing. And it's like, I was kind of like, wow. I mean, okay, this is a little more different than I thought it was going to be.
Same.
Yeah.
And then that James Spader gets killed.
And we liked that guy.
Right. And
He gets
and
choked out.
Right. And you're thinking like, I mean, hung.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then hung.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're thinking like, okay, this isn't really going to happen. And then
It does.
it does. And you're like, holy. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
Right.
that. And then you
And
introduce.
then we get introduced to Rick, his twin
twin,
brother.
who's kind of was a ne'er-do-well. He was in some sort of a dangerous street gang called like the Crazy Eights or something.
Like the Aces. I know.
Yeah.
The Aces.
I don't like. I can never in a million years
Up
can
in
I picture
Frisco, when he was in that
James
gang up in
Spader
Frisco.
in a
Yeah.
street gang.
doing their
But,
West Side
you
Story
know,
fights.
But he wears leather jackets.
Oh,
he's got
his
an
scar-
earring.
his
He's
scar.
got a scar.
That's how you know he's got fluffy hair. That's how you know he's bad.
It went flock of seagulls a couple times.
Yes, it did.
Kinda
Yes,
like-
it did.
kinda
It really
like-
peaked. It really peaked.
It did.
An interesting character, though, despite all the things we're saying about like join the military to escape an arrest, basically,
Right.
was a medic, and now is kind of like
a manager of a shoe store.
yeah, just kind of trying to lay low, basically.
Al Bundy did. So,
Again, some components that are really interesting, but when you put it together in this stew and you stir your stew, you get a messy stew.
it's overcooked.
It's overcooked, it's undercooked, it's all the things.
It's just a little funky.
Actually, I felt bad for Denise, who's the girl who was having the procedure done and dies.
Oh,
but really nice gore, though. That was good gore.
Yeah, with her innards laying out, right?
Yeah, I like
and
that.
Her throat slit.
Yeah.
I like that.
I really liked when John goes and looks at his prom pics. John is from this neighborhood, and he knew, you know, this pregnant sex worker, and they went to prom together. But when they show the picture, I mean, she still looks like she's 30 years old.
And it's clearly like he's just
It was
like
like
standing
someone
there
with
like,
scissors
yeah.
went cut.
Then make a
Paste.
photocopy.
Nailed
Yep.
it.
And that is how Photoshop was invented.
By the way, they were in Echo Park. That was the neighborhood they lived in.
Okay.
Echo Park,
The,
yeah.
the horribly, under.
I know nothing about Echo Park.
It's a northern suburb of LA.
Okay.
Just north of downtown LA.
Oh, I see. Okay. So again, could have been topical, could have been even more social commentary, something with having such a known neighborhood.
Maybe.
Yeah, but again, messy stew.
Messy stew. They have a very nice lake though, because Rick lives in his balcony overlooks the lake.
Yeah, it's a good view.
There.
Yeah, so the twins are not close.
No.
But when John gets murdered, Rick just wakes up from a dead sleep and he knows everything that's happened.
He saw it in his
Psychic
dreams.
bond.
Saw
Psychic
it.
bond. Yeah.
And actually went and tried to tell the police that he saw
He really does. God bless him.
Yeah, kudos to you for trying.
It's like, I know. I'll go to the police. The police
I'll
will
go to the
believe
crime
me.
scene.
Yeah, no, go to the crime
Yeah.
scene. Just barge past
Freak everybody
everything.
the fuck
go to
out.
the morgue wagon or whatever. Like open the body
The
bag
hearse, the morgue wagon,
It's called the meat wagon.
the ambulance, whatever it was.
up. I
Yeah.
like morgue
And no,
wagon.
and just be like, hi, I have the same face as the dead murderer. Yeah, that was, I mean, it's a shock. That is so funny, Caleb, that you said that about how we know that Rick is the wild one. That's exactly what I have in my notes. The leather jacket, the scar, and the poofy hair. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you guys ever been hypnotized?
No.
Because there's hypnotism in the movie. It's
Would
why I
you
asked.
remember that if you've been hypnotized?
I think you kind of remember the before part. I
Unless they tell you you will not remember?
guess. Well, I mean, like, people have been hypnotized at, like, you know, like events and stuff, like if they bring a
Right.
hypnotist. So I'm very curious. I know that, like, you have to kind of be a little, like, willing
Yeah, be open
like,
to it.
do it.
Yeah.
I I want to try it. I've never been hypnotized.
Okay, we should try it.
Should we try it now?
Right now.
Do you have a pocket
2
watch?
weeks from now on the Cold Show,
Tick, tick.
Neil clucks like a chicken.
Again?
I don't want people to make me do like mean things when I'm under though. But so yeah, no one's been
We're gonna
hypnotized
make
here?
you eat meat.
Anybody hypnotized?
No.
No.
No?
That seems sad.
You know,
That feels like
I
one of
quit
us should've.
smoking on my own. I did not go to a
Hey.
hypnotist.
Good job.
A lot of people, I've known
They
people
do.
that they've done that.
They
It works.
do. Elijah Wood was. I just was listening to him on a podcast, and he said he went to a hypnotist once, and he said it didn't work, and then he went back a second time, and he said it did work.
Damn.
Wow.
It also works if you're trying to find your
I know.
brother's
Elijah
murderer.
Wood smoked. Can you believe it?
Well, yeah, he was a child star. Of course he smoked.
Yeah, him and Drew Barrymore were just back there.
Chain
Smoking
smoking
rocks,
children.
baby.
Chain smoking children of Hollywood. On the next True Hollywood story.
Elijah and Drew at the Viper Room.
I think they're a little bit different in age, but it's, you know
know.
what, let's just go with it.
It works.
Elijah Macaulay.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I thought the guy who plays Jack was awful. Couldn't get over that.
He was kind of doofy.
Yeah.
Was part of the problem. He was big and doofy.
It
and
kind of seems like he played the jock in something. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah,
he
it's
played
like the
this
casting
character.
call was like, you know, I mean, he's a doctor. He should be a little more.
See, that's the thing. I couldn't even,
Something.
after, once I started going,
You know.
I was like, was he really a doctor or maybe just a helper? Like, was he?
I don't
Because he was
know.
following around Sigmund Freud.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe he was a helper. I don't know.
That's true. He could have been like a medical assistant
but
or
he was
something.
carrying around a doctor's bag.
Yeah, he had a doctor's bag.
Was he carrying it?
I've
well,
seen a lot of doctors in my life.
But
I've
he
never seen a
showed up-
doctor carrying around a
He
doctor's
showed
bag.
up to terminate a
Is that
pregnancy.
just a movie thing?
He showed up to terminate a pregnancy and didn't bring medication.
Right.
So maybe he is like a helper, and
Yeah.
that was like his first day.
maybe. I wasn't even sure. I mean, the guy couldn't even put his tongue in his mouth. It was like, you know,
Yeah.
kind of walked around. So,
And also, like,
no?
no, he did. He looked silly. He was a silly man. He wasn't a scary man. He was a silly man.
Silly man. He was no Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, fuck off, Sydney. I love it when she says that to him because we're all just thinking it the whole time. And what's her name? The girl in it.
I know.
Fuck, I don't
Cynthia
know.
Gibbs, her real name.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Chris.
Chris says, fuck off, Sydney. I was so proud of her. I was like, yeah. And then followed not long after by, excuse my paraphrasing, but the idiotic line, you look so much like your brother. The identical twins? Wow, you are in med school. So it was like, she had me, she lost me. Yeah. I actually, I enjoyed her character. I enjoyed a lot of the ancillary characters and their actors. It just Jack was whack.
Jack was whack.
Jack needed to get back.
Yeah.
Okay, did you guys watch this? How'd you watch it? Let me ask you that.
I rented it.
You rented it? Wow.
I actually did rent it because I was in a little bit of a time crunch and
Okay.
I couldn't do the commercials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I watched it on Tubi or
Tubi,
whatever,
which was-
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, I did it on Amazon.
with commercials.
Which did it through IMDb TV.
Yeah.
Right? Which has commercials. Now, when you do it that way, Tubi gives you a countdown when commercials are coming,
Yes,
right?
which I like that they do that. Yeah.
IMDb, they assault you when you don't even know it's coming. So, I wrote this down because it was so jarring to me. It was, I'm watching this movie and I'm trying to get invested into it, right? With frickin' Jack and everything going on. And all of a sudden, like, in the middle of a word,
Yeah.
all of a sudden there's a woman doing aerobics going like, ooh, look at my Skittles, they're squishy. Like, I mean, literally, I was like, whoa! Like, I jumped
Were
because
you like, is this part of it?
it literally, it's like a shock to the system. It like threw my brain, like
I know exactly what you're talking about. That was so funny.
it like totally like just like I mean, it's hysterical how it just like that was scarier than almost anything else in
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
Because the way it shocked me because
Yeah.
like you're
It's
Anyway.
really weird how these streaming platforms just like insert these commercials though.
with no rhyme or
because,
reason.
You know, at least when you're watching something like on television or whatever, they have someone like actually programming, like, okay,
Yeah, this
here
would be a
would be
good
a
break.
good cut,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
let's put it in here. But these are just like, nope, you're on, like, you hit 22 minutes or whatever, boom, you're getting a
Boom.
commercial.
You're in.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of an action sequence. It doesn't
Right.
matter, like, if
No.
someone's in the middle of, delivering a line of dialogue. You're like, nope, you're
No,
getting
you're getting your
Skittles,
squishy
or you're
Skittles.
getting some sort of medication that causes diarrhea, or you're getting, I got a lot of those. So
The
that's
colder
only
guard-
reason why I
Medication
say
that causes diarrhea?
The colon guard guy.
Cologuard, yeah.
Scott and I, like, he pops up a lot, and we were cracking up because we're like, this weird little box that follows people around, and you know what he wants you to do?
I did it. That's the guy I'd use.
That's your
I shit in his bucket. That's the guy. I shit in Cologuard.
Those ads finally got to you, and you're like, what the hell?
I'll give it a shot. I'll give
you
it a
got
shot up there. Wanna get high?
It's true.
Look what I can do.
These people are like, they're at like a nice like retreat or something.
I know,
So
right?
he just,
They're all at the dinner having fun. All of a sudden this guy walks along. Hey, you want to shit in me?
so horrifying. I guess.
But I did it.
I did. So what does
I'm
that
like,
say?
Shit.
I'm gonna cry.
here's my poo-poo.
By the way, there are some people out there that would probably be like, yeah, you can shit in me if you want to.
There's plenty. There's plenty.
Oh my god. So anyway, all I'm saying is the 2v1, I think they must fade or something. They kind of make you realize it's happening. But
Like you said, you get this countdown.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like
like
the
the
countdown.
IMDb is
like
like
a 10-second countdown or something.
I'm
That,
trying to compose.
the IMDb, man, they get you.
Yeah, and normally I'm fine with watching the commercials and stuff, but
You're
I was on a
pressed for
time
time.
crunch, and I was like looking at the runtime of the movie, and I was like, I know Tubi's gonna have like 15 minutes onto this, so
That's true.
yeah.
yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
Oh man. Were there any Cologuard commercials? That's all that matters, though.
I'm gonna see him in my sleep. Can I jump to the end?
Already?
I
Jeez.
know.
Oh,
Jeez.
fine. It's just like there's one of my favorite parts happens at the end.
I got. Is that a hint of 80s sax I hear?
Yeah, there's some when he's prowling through the house. There's a sax break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
was.
two. I picked up two. How
Okay.
did you get? I got two.
I got one. Well, there was one really significant sax.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Significant,
Significant
and
facts.
secondary.
Yeah. Tertiary
There's
sax.
one like in the middle-ish, maybe when he was going through the house is what it was, when James Spader part 2, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rick.
or bad boy, or what do you call him, Riff, was going through the house.
Bad boy Rick.
Do, 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 do. When Riff is going through the house. But and then there's one towards the end.
Yeah.
But it's real quick. It's like it's more subtle than
It's kind
I
of like
thought.
Subtle
the
sax.
80s was phasing out their sax usage.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
They were like-
there were like just little weird things, like the bar scene. Where they go to the bar.
Yeah, the
And
pub.
there is absolutely no music playing whatsoever.
No, they couldn't afford that.
But it was just weird.
There'd be
like,
music
they
at
could
a
have
bar.
gotten some free music or something
Yeah,
to,
they could have.
like put in the background, because it was like, how do you go to a bar that is just totally quiet?
Yeah.
And then the scene is like doubly uncomfortable because everyone
It's like mad at him.
is mad at him because they
His-
think he's like the Jack the
Right.
Ripper copycat, so they're all kind of
Yeah.
mean mugging him. Like the server like refuses to like bring
She
their
gets all mad. She won't bring the drink over.
yeah. She's like,
She's like, no. She's like, full time. She's like, no.
That whole thing, because
Like,
she's
it
like,
was so
nice to
weird.
meet you, and then she's like, then she's
Yeah.
like, no.
It is not nice to meet
like
you.
you look like someone that used to come in here, and
Well,
I'm just not having
And
it.
it's also just kind of weird because like they were regulars there, the friends.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like the people would be all over him and be like asking him questions. They wouldn't be like,
Or like
we
no
don't
one
serve
just
you
said, "I'm
here."
sorry."
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
like
like-
offered their condolences for losing your brother,
Right.
who is this really good guy.
Right.
Yeah. It just, I mean, it just doesn't seem right that they'd be like, we don't serve you. We won't serve your kind here.
Yeah.
We don't
Boys.
serve twins here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Danny
You
DeVito.
had a murderous twin. Yeah, it's a little something.
The captain.
The captain.
The captain. Okay.
You and the captain.
I found the captain. He had his full twill button-down vest, and he must have been really hot in that wool outfit.
Oh, it's disgusting.
But
yeah.
I don't think anyone in LA dresses like that.
Right, no, especially
Yeah.
in the summer. But
Oh yeah, during a heat wave, because remember they're like it's 108 degrees. Or
Well, I don't think it would have been James Spader would have been wearing
Wearing
that
leather jacket the whole
either.
time, right.
But he had a bad boy image
He'd
to
look cool.
uphold.
and
Yeah.
he uphold the image.
but
sure.
the captain kept always going, God damn it!
Yeah, he did.
Well, he definitely brought like
So-
the angry
Cop.
like black
Captain.
like police captain
Yep.
or whatever trope
Yeah.
to the mix.
He did. He
Yeah.
kept that going.
And
so.
well, and like he just like he wanted the case to be closed. You know what is it? The brass is breathing down my neck.
Well, there was an earlier scene though where he and like one of the other cops were talking to the reporters, and at one point the reporters said, "Where'd it go?" Like, oh, he turns to the reporters and said, "Give us a break!" Can you imagine
No.
it? Like if
not how
the
any of this
official
works.
statement from the police
us a
department was,
break.
"Give us a break! We're trying really hard."
We're trying so hard. It's hot. I'm in a wool suit.
well, not just his jacket, but the vest, the tie, all boom, the whole thing.
I'm wearing a leather loafer and it is warm.
My blood is boiling literally under my skin as we speak. Give me a break. Can I tell you what my favorite scene in this movie is?
Please.
When James Spader,
Wait, are you
Part
skipping
two.
to my favorite part?
part 2.
I'm gonna be mad.
No, him and the girl Chris are driving, and then
Oh,
he makes
no.
her stop at the porn theater to go
Yes.
buy a gun.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
My favorite scene because James Spader goes to the back. He
Yeah.
wants to go buy a gun before he goes to
Yeah.
Jack's house,
Right.
and the gun salesman says, "Show me something green." And then James Spader lifts his shirt, pulls out a water cast, goes. Like keeps like really close to him though,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Okay." I mean, it's just like, oh my god.
Right, but then he goes. But after that, then he goes through all the. Are you a police officer? Are you a ATF agent? Are you a? I can't remember everything he said.
We gotta bring back Show Me Something Green.
Show me something green. I agree with you
something
100%.
I feel like the 80s probably made a whole generation of people think that you can go to the back of porn stores and buy anything.
Well, I mean, probably not wrong, but
I don't know. I think
I
a lot
bought
of
a
people,
lot of things, you know.
I just think it's funny. I'm like, I don't think most of them are selling $375 pick your own gun.
Right.
Of the
With no bullets.
Oh, it's really
With-
funny. He's like,
with no
go to
bullets.
a game store or whatever he said. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
sporting goods store.
Go to the
Yeah.
Sportsman's Warehouse.
Go to the Big Five.
Go to Walmart and get your bullets.
Also, it's the 80s, but they didn't have a machine gun in there, so I was a little disappointed.
With the what of cash you had, you couldn't afford an
You
Uzi.
couldn't.
It was only a handgun
that's
at that
true.
point, but that was hysterical.
I don't
They were
know.
just,
Yeah, it was just.
they were throwing these like cool jabs, like
Yeah.
show
Oh.
me something green. It's like, who the fuck says that?
But you know what?
Show me
Maybe-
the frog.
But you know what? Maybe he knew him from back in his Aces Over Eights
Maybe, right?
days, where he was like, "Yeah, I know where to buy a gun. You go to the porn store. You go to the back.
You go to the back.
You show him something green."
But
Look at my underwear.
But he knew where to go. He knew
Yeah.
to, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Look, again, this movie has some weird problems.
It was
You know,
so
like
close.
when the police show up to. Blanking on her name already.
Chris?
Chris's house, and she says like, "I'm not really dressed," and they say like, "It's okay, we're police
We're
officers."
police officers, yeah.
I cringed.
What
I
is it?
visibly
Like that has
cringed.
nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you get to just come in.
No. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I cringed. I definitely cringed. Okay, can I talk about the end yet? My favorite part.
Let me see if I'm there yet.
This is like the heat of the action.
You know what? Well, okay.
This is why I'm telling you it's the climax.
I have. Can I say some more things after then, or?
I don't care. I just want to tell you my favorite part.
Okay, go ahead.
When Rick does this Michael Phelps dive through the window.
Oh yes.
Somebody's got to come through the window. It's got to be the last minute. And he does this like, whew, like perfect little swan dive through. I guess that's something else he learned in the gang.
Yeah.
Probably the army though.
As a medic,
Yeah. You have to get in some like.
they're like, this
you
is
know.
the 80s. You will need to dive through a window. That was my favorite part.
I feel like that's more like a San Francisco gang thing, diving through windows. But
Into
that's what the Aces did.
yeah, that's
Let's go to Moscone
That
Circle.
was their
Five
specialty, like
aces.
diving through windows.
yeah. Pew! Yeah, that is my favorite.
That was pretty
They had
funny.
it down to a science.
See, whereas I I had a trouble with the ending, man. I just didn't like
There was
the way it unfolded.
it was messy again. It was messy.
Well, no, but I don't like the whole damsel in distress thing, and
It was such a reach.
the Jack comes to get the girl, and the girl, she fights him off for a while, and then of
Yeah.
course, then eventually she just does the I'm gonna cower in the corner thing while he slowly walks to me.
Well,
And then
and
he-
if he's supposed to be replicating Jack the Ripper, they lose their own momentum.
Well, at that point though, I think he was just trying to
He was,
cover himself. I mean, versus I don't know.
He's like, Jack's birthday's over, and I want to do what I want to do.
right now.
Right.
Now this is just for me. You know?
This
But it
one's
was also
just-
kind of weird how the whole movie is basically like James Spader tracking the Jack character.
Yes.
Has nothing to do with like the Jack the Ripper
No.
No.
copycat.
No, not
person,
at all.
You know?
It's like someone had an idea, and they started to write the movie
Yes.
with that idea.
Yeah.
And then it took on,
And they're like, let's also add this, and then also
Right.
and a dash of this,
yeah, and let's throw
and a
in some
pinch of
potatoes
that.
and some carrots and
Yeah.
some eye of newt, and then we're good to go. So
You have a stew.
Because there was the whole psychologist.
okay, that's what I wanted to bring up. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. I think we just found like a thumbnail. We were like,
That's what I wanted to bring. It was
Yeah.
Robert Picardo.
Yeah.
Okay.
wait, Captain Jean-Luc
Yes,
Picardo?
Give it up for Picardo. Yeah, John Luke
The
Picardo.
USS Enterprise.
John Luke Picardo.
Actually, he did star in Star Trek as the holodog.
Was he?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he was
There.
on,
Michael said he was in Star Trek.
Voyager.
Damn, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
No, so there's this psychologist who's working with the police department trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? What did I do?
Because I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, was this like their Silence of the Lambs moment? Was this their
Manhunter moment. At
Manhunter
that point.
moment?
I mean, there is a window crashing scene.
That's the thing. Like, was this like a Manhunter sort of like
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
copycat?
Yeah, kind of like to
You know?
kind of ride the coattails a little. Yeah.
maybe. Anyway, so there's this psychologist or psychiatrist who doesn't really do very much, except
Hypnotize.
hypnotize people.
Yeah.
Like that's his go-to move. Like, there's
Yeah, and Rick shows
there's
up at
no
his
tell me
house.
about your mother. There's no like talking
No.
about your feelings. There's
No.
just like, let me hypnotize you.
Yeah.
Yep.
and then Rick comes to his house with his mother. And why is it like, this is where my mother lives?
Yeah, my mother is very upset. Like, what the
But you're like a 45-year-old dude.
I know, and
dude.
it's like, okay, but so there was like kind of a red herring there too.
Yes.
Where
Yes,
you're wondering,
yeah.
so why was he reaching for his
For the gun, it's
Yeah.
in my notes right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
because you're like, okay, is he the
Right.
person?
Yeah. Is he a murder? Are you murder?
Yeah.
You do murders? Are you doing murders?
So yeah, they lead you to believe
I
like
don't
'cause
know.
he's reaching when James Spader 2 is about to tell him who he thinks what's going on. He starts reaching for his gun, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, so it's not the doctor, it's him.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
and then
but-
James Spader says, I want you to hypnotize me
Right.
again. And he's like, I can do that.
Perfect. Yay!
So then when James Spader has this huge, I remember now, and he runs out, Robert Picardo, plays this psychiatrist, whatever he is, goes running after him, but he's got the gun again.
Yeah.
In his hand, and he goes running after him.
Yeah, why
And
does he
you're
have
It's like,
it?
why do you have
And then
the
you
gun?
never see him again.
Right, and then he's done.
Then he's done. Yeah.
His part is done.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, is he? Is he not? Yeah. That was kind of weird.
Maybe some of his scenes ended up on the cutting room floor, but probably not because this is a messy film, and it
Yeah.
probably just was a line that
He was just in there as a red herring. That's
Kind
it.
of.
I think that's it.
I guess.
He was just a sus man.
Like, was he
Yeah.
worried that, the Rick character was going to attack him, and that's why
Right.
he was.
Right.
But that didn't come across at all.
Didn't
you know?
read. Yeah.
So,
Not if you have
anyway.
to dig for it. It's
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I as well, whilst on my colo guard, was thinking like, okay, is that what Robert Picardo was doing? Is he worried about him attacking him? I wasn't sure. So,
Or attacking his mother.
right,
here to hurt mother.
mother.
Tell me about your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, we kind of like the movie though.
I mean, yeah. It's very. It's watchable. It's not like offensive to the eye. Like, you don't feel it. But again, I just wouldn't like. I wouldn't go out of my way to like recommend this film to anybody. You know what I mean? I would
do.
just be like, I watched it and I enjoyed it well enough, but I'm just gonna sit here politely with my hands folded. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, you guys, hidden gem, Jack's back.
Okay, so if you were the critic in the San Francisco Chronicle,
The little guy in the
yeah,
chair.
what would you be doing?
I'd
right
be the
now?
one where he's sitting politely in
Okay,
the chair.
politely. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For my last note, I have.
Ending sucked. Anticlimactic. Damsel in distress.
Oh, I got that one too. I got.
Oh, shit music. Yeah.
Because you get
So-
to hear Red Harvest again.
At the end, yes. And
Yeah,
by the way,
for a second time.
the
just
guy
in
who
case you
wrote
did-
the song, you know what his name is?
I looked it up. I don't remember.
Oddly
that.
enough, it's Paul Sachs.
That's right. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
It's like sax.
I did.
Sex.
Wow.
It's kind of funny.
Run.
The red harvest comes. It's like a poor man's Bruce. What's his face? Born on 4th of July guy.
Oh, Bruce Springsteen.
Springsteen. Thank you.
Bruce, what's his face?
Born on the
Too
4th
many
of
of these
July?
seltzers, baby.
It's called Born in the USA.
Yeah.
Yes. What I
Born
say?
on the 4th of July.
You're like, what's his nickname?
That's
The
a Tom
manager?
Cruise
Doesn't
movie.
call him,
Cruise.
doesn't call him the
It's an Oliver
manager?
Stone
The
movie.
assistant manager?
These watermelon seltzers are too much for me.
I blame
Oh,
the
Haley.
Icelandic.
Put it over the edge.
All right. So you
Or
had
tilt
mentioned
on the
Rowdy Harrington earlier.
Oh, I was about to start my game.
This was sorry. I'm sorry. I just got to
No.
throw this in here real quick.
Please.
This
Go
was
ahead.
his directorial debut.
Debut.
Don't
He
say.
did some things here and there.
And he wrote
you know,
this,
like
yeah.
he did something on Nightmare on Elm Street, actually.
Like
Oh.
what? You can't just say that and not tell us.
He might have been like an editor or something.
God, no, it
Rowdy
wasn't even
Harrington.
that special.
I know he didn't direct any of them. I know that.
No. This is his first.
I
his
think you know
first-
what? I think now that you say that, he was.
He?
On the part I saw that actually because I was looking into what the guy did.
Yeah.
He did do something in part. Two?
It was like camera and electrical department. Or
Yeah, he, like,
something.
hung a
He
something.
was
taped
the best
something.
boy electric on Nightmare
Oh,
on Elm
okay.
Street.
Okay. Good for him.
Yeah.
But he did go on to direct a few more things.
Saw that.
Just a few more things.
Tell us what they were.
Roadhouse,
Oh, your favorite.
Gladiator, not that
Not
Gladiator.
that
Exactly. That was
the
Ridley.
underground boxing movie
Oh, of
starring
course.
Cuba Gooding Jr. and Brian Dennehy.
It's an Oscar-winning film as well.
Yeah.
And Striking Distance, starring
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Sarah
and,
Jessica Parker.
Yeah,
That's
her.
right. That was our big Christmas picture at the lakeside way back when, and it didn't do nothing.
No. Sounds like it wouldn't be a.
Whole lot of Cologuard in that. So
So, yeah.
Cologuard should sponsor us.
please,
Brought to you by
I used your
Cologuard.
product. Thanks to you, Cologuard, I don't have to go get a what do you call this thing? They put it up there.
My finger?
No, the big one.
A colonoscopy.
A colonoscopy. Thank you. I don't have to get one of those.
Because
thanks
that
to
little guy
Cologuard.
had your back.
He had my back.
Yeah.
He had my
You
backside.
should ride or die with Cologuard.
Should. I'm gonna write him a thank you note.
Write him a thank you. This was a thank you note. He just got a whole bunch of free advertising.
Thank you, little man.
Thank you, little
Thanks for
brown paper
analyzing my
box
feces,
man.
little man.
He does it all too.
All right, your
talks-
game.
Okay, you
I
guys.
want a Cologuard stuffed animal. Do they make those?
I'm gonna find you one for your next birthday.
A support plushie.
Producer Scott.
Shall we play a game?
What do you got?
Here we go. So, have you guys really been listening to me? Have you really been paying attention when I talk? That's all the answers I need
Yes.
to hear. We all know that I am really good with my serial killer true crime knowledge. It's one of my things. That's one of my little flexes that I have. And I talk about serial killers a fair amount.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna quiz you guys on some serial killer
oh,
stuff.
jeez.
Jesus.
You can all. I just want to know if you've been listening to me when I talk. It's fine. We're gonna get to the
Not that
truth.
we haven't listened, but you know.
I talk a lot. I talk about serial killers a lot. So this is our own little slasher game for kind of a slasher movie.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
guys can play as a team.
Good.
Ready?
Yes, thank
There's
you.
not a whole bunch of questions,
God.
just enough.
Probably won't help us, but yeah.
Okay.
Can I
We'll
use
give it
the
a
internet?
shot.
Multiple choice.
Oh, good.
Can I use the internet?
No, Caleb, you can use your team. Producer Scott, I'm especially going to expect that you have absorbed by osmosis. All
Oh, you're poor producer
Yeah.
Scott.
You can
All
sleep,
right, I'm off mute.
right.
you can sleep in the kids' bunk bed today if you,
That's right.
tonight if you want to.
You and Stitches are sharing a bed tonight.
What killer was also known as Leather Apron? Was it Ed Gein, Eileen Wuornos, Jack the Ripper, or Harold Shipman?
Guy goes Geen on that
Gotta
one.
go with Geen.
I'm gonna say Geen.
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper was also known as Leather Apron.
What? No, he wasn't.
He was. He had a couple nicknames.
How would anyone know that? They don't know who he was.
Well, we have ideas.
No, no one knows who he was. How will they know that he
We
had a
have
leather
some
apron?
ideas. There's some people who are very sure about
I call
who he was.
shenanigans on that one.
Okay, well, I'm just saying you didn't get a point, and here we go. How, again, multiple choice.
Leather apron.
Serial killer Ted Bundy's astrological sign. Was he an Aries, a Sagittarius, an Aquarius, or a Cancer?
I would have said Pisces, but
That's not an option.
I know.
Sagittarius.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Yeah, wonderful.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey.
Ah.
Job, Scott.
How many kills make someone a serial killer? 2, 3, or 4? Ooh. Talk it out amongst yourselves.
Serial killer.
I'd say 3.
I think it's actually 2.
Really?
They just have to be at different times. Well, as opposed to like a
it can't
double
be a
murder.
double. Yeah.
Double homicide?
Right,
Because you
right.
can't be a serial killer, you're just a double homicider. I don't know.
I mean, I guess that would make sense because it's more than once, but
My inclination would be 3.
that's what I was thinking,
establish
like,
a real
just-
pattern
just
or
play-
I mean, is,
something.
is this like the
But-
a
Play the
couple
middle.
versus few versus?
Michael.
Well,
How many? How many kills?
Haley.
We said in Scream, he had killed 2, and Gail goes, we got a serial killer here. He goes, you got to knock off a couple more to get that title.
Well, that's what Dewey says.
That's Dewey.
I know,
okay.
that's Dewey.
Do we have an answer?
Dewey cheat him and how? I don't know.
How many?
How many? Come on, Caleb.
I said 2.
2.
We need
You
to have
know,
a team
you and I
consensus.
said 3.
All right, well, it's
I don't-
majority.
I-
We'll do the
I
majority,
don't know.
so we'll say 3.
2.
Fuck!
Yes.
Good
Sorry,
job,
Scott. We will never doubt Scott ever again.
Well, that's how you learn that lesson.
No, we learned. Scott knew that. He should have just told us I know it.
Multiple choice. That's
He
what I always
didn't.
tell
He
people.
didn't know though.
Yeah, he had a confident guess.
Like if
Yeah.
he said it's 2, I would have.
Yeah, he's like, you guys, fucking seriously, it's 2.
Yeah.
He didn't say that.
He did not.
Okay.
Like, dude, my wife's a serial killer. I know.
This is so I married an ex-murderer. Okay. Multiple choice. Again, I am kind. I am a kind, benevolent God.
You're so nice.
And I give multiple choice. BTK.
Blind
Gave-
torture kill.
Neil?
Is that
You
the
ruined
question?
my question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
You know, I just want to knock yourself out.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Well, can I still read my
Yes,
thing?
please.
Because I worked
Please.
hard on it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
BTK gave himself his own nickname, which is how you know someone's a loser. What did it stand for? Blind torture kill, back to kidnap, bind torture kill, beast the killer.
And Neil said,
Beast the killer.
Is it really?
No!
It's bind, torture, kill.
Bind torture kill. But yeah, so.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that's where you were going with it. I apologize.
You know what? It's fine. Just let me read the question.
You know what? You're right. You know what it
I'm
means? You know what it
kidding, I'm
means? Is
kidding,
that I
I'm
listened
kidding.
to you on that one.
You do
I
listen.
listened. I was so excited that I listened to you.
He was like,
Look what I can do.
look what I can do. No. Don't touch me. Stop it. Okay.
Let me do it.
So you got a point. You got a
I got a point. We got a point, guys.
Okay. Who is, again, multiple choice.
okay.
Who
all right.
is widely considered to be America's first serial killer? Ed Gein. I'm not that old. H.H. Holmes, Ed Kemper, or Albert Fish?
That's a Scott question. I don't know.
Can I hear them again?
Sure.
And it's America's first.
Merca's first. Merca. Merca first. Ed Gein, H.H. Holmes, Ed Kemper, Albert Fish.
I'm pretty sure it's H.H. Holmes.
Haley, do you have an opinion?
Between H.H. Holmes and Albert Fish.
Yeah,
think
what was it again? Say him again.
Ed Gein, H.H. Holmes, Ed Kemper, Albert Fish.
I am pretty sure it's H.H. Holmes.
I defer to you guys then.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
You
with
guys
Scott.
are right. It's H.H. Holmes.
Yes.
Because that was in the 1800s,
Good job.
1890s, I want to say.
H.H.
Good job.
maybe a little bit earlier than that, and Albert Fish was a little around the.
By the
during
way,
section.
guys, Mindy has to get a colonoscopy. She wants everyone to know that. So,
That's okay,
Mindy,
girl.
I'm sorry for you.
I know.
And
You'll do great.
That sucks.
You
Can you get mine?
yeah, the night of 1,000 waterfalls, when you have to drink that fluid and go through it all, I apologize. I call
That's-
Caleb, he'll help you through it. So,
Let's put Caleb's number on the screen right now.
All right.
Multiple choice. Who famously said upon leaving court, "Hey, big deal. Death always comes with the territory. I'll see you in Disneyland"? John Wayne Gacy, Richard Ramirez, Jeffrey Dahmer, Gary Ridgway.
Ooh.
Scott,
See, that's
there's a lot on the line here. This is basically my "How well do you know Sandra" quiz.
I am pretty
I
sure
wanna
that's
say
Dahmer, but it might be Rodriguez.
I wanna
There's
say-
Rodriguez is an
I wanna
adoption.
say- I
Ramirez?
wanna say
Ramirez,
Ramirez.
yeah.
Ramirez was my first thought also.
Because
I
he
don't know
seems
why.
very like just
Brazen
no
and
fucks given.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was kind of my
Whereas
thought.
Dahmer was like kind of quiet and
Dahmer kind of knew he did bad. He kind of was like, I know I've gone
Yeah.
too far.
He's like-
Haley? No?
Michael?
So, Ramirez?
I'm gonna go with you because Ramirez will be my second choice.
Ramirez.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Good job. The Night Stalker.
We
Richard
got
Ramirez.
one.
yeah, he did
Got
not.
another one.
He didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Multiple choice.
Okay.
What was one of John Wayne Gacy's clown names? Bozo, Momo, Pogo, or Dan?
Shit.
Dan the Clown. He also went by Patches the Clown, but I didn't put that in there. So Bozo, Momo.
Patches.
Yeah, Patches is the one that I know.
His
Damn.
Patches his like main.
His main squeeze.
His main down with the clown. His
Makes me want to throw up.
his main juggalo.
Momo,
Juggalo.
Bobo.
Bozo, Momo, Pogo, or Dan?
I mean, pick one.
I'm gonna have to say Pogo.
I would agree with Pogo.
Pogo it is.
Pogo's-
Yes.
All
We're
right.
killing it.
Good job, guys.
You were
I have
listening to-
absorbed way more through osmosis than I really want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Laura said Pogo too. Good job.
Hey,
Good
good job.
job.
And H.H. Holmes, good job. You're doing good, Laura.
Laura, wow, we should be afraid of you.
Yeah. You and me, Laura. David Parker Ray was known as the Toy Box Killer, the Toolbox Killer, the Tailgate Killer, or the Driller Killer.
Haley.
Toy box killer.
Haley says Toy Box Killer. Survey says.
I'm going with
Take
Haley.
it.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Toy Box Killer.
Good job, Haley.
Seriously,
Haley.
like, all of these people are shitty. But David Parker Ray is one of those people where you're like, can I really justify that humans should keep going? Should we let some other species take over? He was nasty.
Yeah?
He was
Okay.
nasty.
What was his?
I don't
Give
know.
his worst. What did he do?
Basically, he had this little, he called it his toy box. It was like a little mobile home thing on his property. And he would kidnap women. And he had a gynecological chair. He had all sorts of implements of torture. He kept them alive for periods of time. And he told them everything he was going to do to them. And kept them alive to torture them longer. And filmed all of it. Which is how he ultimately got.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's just, and that's like the PG version I just gave you. Like, he is seriously like, you should just, you know what, humans, we're done.
Yeah.
One of you is enough to ruin the whole species. True or false?
True?
False. Ripperology is a real term used to describe the study of Jack the Ripper.
True.
Sure.
Whatever Scott says.
Actually,
Okay. Scott.
no, there is a term. I actually don't think it's ripperology. I think it's something different.
Jackology.
Jack in the Boxology.
I'm going to say true.
True.
Good job.
So there's three big suspects, to answer your question, Neil, that ripperologists think were Jack the Ripper. Some people think he was an artist. Some people think he was a member of the royal family. And some people think he was a doctor.
Right.
Yeah, I've only ever heard the doctor theory.
I go doctor because of the the education and the skill that he would have had.
Yeah.
It's not like now where somebody could look that shit up on
Plus,
the
I think
internet.
it was a blade like a scalpel or something, right?
Right, yeah.
For a lot of it.
Yeah, that's not something that the common urchin had in Whitechapel.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of ripping you.
Oh my God, ripping you. Wow, we're already to my last question.
Wow.
Yeah, we might get out of class early today.
Okay.
This multiple choice. Serial killer and necrophile, Dennis Nilsson. His crimes were discovered when A. A plumber at his apartment building discovered the drain was clogged with a flesh-like substance and small bones. B. He accidentally left a suitcase full of body parts on the metro.
Accidentally.
Apparently. C. His boss found an index finger in Dennis's desktop pencil cup. I'm just sticking out. Or D. The bodies were discovered under the floorboards when his apartment caught fire.
I wanted to be C so bad.
Yeah.
Just left it in my. He's from Scotland, dude. I just left it in my pencil
Me
cup.
pencil cup.
Governor! It's just my pencil cup, governor!
Top of the morn.
I think it's the Metro.
Really?
Yeah.
Neil doesn't think so.
I was thinking A, but
You think the plumber?
yeah.
I thought the fire thing actually was kind of a.
Jesus.
can't.
Haley?
was kind
Michael?
Either plumber or floorboards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you guys. It's the plumber.
No, plumber.
He
Okay.
and he himself and other people called like the Roto-Rooter company or whatever it was to be like, yeah, the pipes are clogged. And it's like,
knowing
bro,
that
you had
he-
been putting them down the toilet. And so when they cracked it open to cover his tracks, Nielsen says, because they're all like looking at the bones and the flesh, it looks like someone's been flushing their Kentucky Fried Chicken down.
Nice.
Brilliant.
They've been missing their Cologuard.
Yeah. He's
Going
like,
right.
what is that? Is that KFC? Is that
Nice.
the Colonel's original recipe?
What
No.
year was
Yeah.
he around? Must have been, I mean, fairly recent though, huh? Like 70s,
70s, I
80s?
want to say.
Okay. Wow.
No, he's still alive and he's in prison, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recent.
So you guys, I'm so
We actually
proud
did
of
like
you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. 7 right?
They listen to me.
Yay.
listen to
Good
me.
for us.
Yeah.
Good job,
Good
team.
job, guys. Good job, everyone.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Yay.
Oh yes, between 1978 and 1983.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go right to him in prison right now if you like. I wouldn't recommend it. Send him some KFC. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Don't do it, because Sandra
Gonna
will
be
get
our
mad.
Cult show homework. Write a serial killer.
You're gonna send some chicken like overseas. I sent you a bucket of chicken in prison. Prison chicken.
Like Laura, blame the KFC. I
do.
often do,
I
Laura.
do.
I often do.
I often do. Well, thank you guys for playing.
No, thanks for doing that. I appreciate it, because
Good job.
Well, it was a joy. It was a labor
several
of love.
minds together, we were able to, for the most part, get through
You
most
guys
of
did
it.
really good, and I feel like you listened to me.
You feel heard?
Yeah, I feel heard.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hands.
So what's next? Sandra
Oh.
had an idea.
We have an Easter egg extravaganza.
Oh.
Being a religious holiday for many,
Yes.
we thought
And us
we should
being
do a
so
religious movie, and we chose The Exorcist 3,
Yes!
Boom.
which, if you have not seen it, is a good movie. Don't be fooled by The Exorcist 2, which sucks.
The heretic.
We are Exorcist 2, The Heretic. You don't need to watch that. You're already watching that.
Right.
But Exorcist 3 is actually pretty darn good.
Damn good film.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And we're going to play some exciting games.
We are. It's going to be
Excellent.
excellent. Yes.
If you thought this was in poor taste, just wait until you see next week, where you really see how sick we are.
Word.
Bar is high. Bar is high.
Bars are. We're setting it. We're okay.
Bar is high.
So aside from that, please go visit the cultshow.com/store. Buy
Get some
some
merch.
Buy some of our merch.
So we can get
Cold Show the
fingers.
lunchbox. Cold Show the breakfast cereal. Cold Show the flamethrower. We got it all.
That's true.
So
And make sure you gently caress our like and subscribe
There you go.
buttons.
Give it a little,
and
give it a little boop on the
the
snoot.
The little ding-a-ling-a bell thing-a-ling-a.
Yeah, that.
yeah,
So you know when we're going live.
Yeah.
yes,
Just do it.
do it all.
Just do it.
You have your homework. We'll see you for Sunday services on a Friday.
In 2 weeks.
Back in 2.
All right,
Hit
Caleb,
it,
you're
Scott.
up. You're up, Caleb.
Oh.
Who was here?
Thank
Sing
you
the
so
tapes.
much, Scott, Reverend Michael B., Haley the Baker, Pod People, Spooky Boo Rhodes, Mindy Horror Movie Addict, Miss Movie Buff Laura, Mark Visions Truth, Gory Bits,
You don't know things.
and any of the turkey lurkies out there.
Chicken-licky.
Listen.
Thank you very much, you guys. Have a good 2 weeks. And bye.
Bye.
One.
More.
Time.
But